Good morning. So today's video is going to be a what I eat in a day because it's actually what you guys asked to see on Twitter. I have to say I was kind of surprised by how many of you guys enjoyed the video that I uploaded last week, which was the spend the night with me. I'll put it on the screen here if you've not already watched it and you would like to, but I was kind of surprised to see how many of you enjoyed watching it and seeing the more like vloggy style type videos. And then when I asked this week what you all wanted to see, this was actually what won. So I thought I would film kind of like my meals throughout today. I'm actually having quite a quiet day today. Like, I'm not going to the gym, I've not got any like workouts, I'm having quite a quiet day working from home, so I'm just gonna eat like what I would typically eat on a less active day. This is obviously just what works for me. I'm gonna kind of give you guys ideas on how to change things as I go along if you want to, but everything that I'm gonna make today is vegetarian and relatively healthy, I would say. I'm trying to eat kind of cleanish at the minute, so I'm trying to be quite healthy. It's currently coming up to about 11 o'clock, which is kind of late to have breakfast, I have to admit, and I would usually have it about 8 o'clock in the morning, but I got up quite early this morning to film this video, which was like hair and makeup and all of that good stuff, and I wasn't super hungry when I first got up, so I didn't have anything then. This is what our fridge looks like, in case you're wondering. There is like bits of chicken and stuff in here, but that is like my dad's, not mine or my mum's. But I think I'm just gonna have some yogurt today. This is the yogurt that I eat. It is the Veggie. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce this brand. I don't think that's the way to say it, but it is a 0% yogurt, which means it basically contains no fat. And then I'm gonna have that with some fruit and a little bit of protein powder as well. Okay, so I've got a little bit of tan on this top, so don't mind that. I'm gonna get changed in a second. But I tend to have about 100 grams of this when I eat it in the morning, just because it is a really thick yogurt. Like, honestly, if you've not tried this before, A, it is super yummy, and B, it is so filling. Then one thing that I like to do if I want it to taste a little bit sweeter is put in a little bit of protein. So this is just whey protein from My Protein. How many times can I say protein? This is the chocolate flavor. It's really yummy and it actually mixes in really well with the yogurt, which is not something you would think to do, I feel like, but it's something that my personal trainer recommended and it tastes so good. So that is what it looks like pretty much just in the packet. It does get a little bit watery at the top sometimes, but once you've whipped it up, it's literally like basically a mousse. And then I'm just gonna put like literally not even half a scoop of this in. It doesn't really need a lot, probably about that much, which is literally not even half a scoop. It's probably like, I don't know, a fifth of a scoop maybe. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on. To be honest, I don't even use the whole thing. Like, I literally use the tiniest bit. So that is kind of what it looks like when you first pop it in the bowl, and then I'm just gonna mix it all together, and it kind of tastes like chocolate mousse. Like, honestly, it's so good. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut up a banana, and then I'm also gonna put some blueberries in. Berries in general are really good, like little superfoods, so I tend to have those quite a lot. Okay, so this is what it looks like once I've done all that, and then the last thing I'm gonna do is add some chia seeds, however you wanna pronounce it. So I'm just gonna put a couple of those on top. And then I'm also gonna add a tiny bit of cinnamon as well. This is like really hard to do when I'm actually holding the camera. Fingers crossed I don't put like too much in. But yeah, just about that much, and then that just adds a little bit of flavor as well, which is amazing. So this I'm gonna eat now. This yogurt is so filling. It's actually probably my go-to breakfast, something like this. Like, I don't usually have it with as much fruit because I usually eat early in the morning, but yeah, it's probably like my go-to breakfast just because it's so quick and easy to make. It literally takes like probably less than 5 minutes. Good thing about the yogurt as well is it actually contains a lot of protein as well, so even if you want to eat this before going to the gym or like after going to the gym, I guess, it actually has a lot of protein and again has no fat, which is amazing. But yeah, the cinnamon makes so much difference as well, especially if you have like a little bit of a sweet tooth. Okay, so it's about 1:30. It's coming up to lunchtime for me anyway, because I ate a little bit later than usual. So I'm gonna make something to eat. I think I'm gonna have one of these peppered steaks from Quad. So these I just get in Sainsbury's. You can buy them pretty much anywhere, and they take like 12 minutes in the oven, so they're really quick to make. So I think I'm just gonna have one of those with a little bit of kale and then maybe a little bit of hummus as well, which is that there. These are really easy to make. You just need to put them in a tray with a little bit of foil, and then I'm pretty sure it is 12 minutes that they're in for. Yeah, it says there on oven 12 minutes. Put the oven on about 180. You get 2 of these, so if you're hungrier, like sometimes if I'm really hungry when it comes to dinner time I'll just have 2 of these rather than 1, because they're pretty low in calories as well. Like everything corn based is quite low in calories, so to be honest you can just eat as much of it as you want. But the good thing is they come like seasoned and peppered already, so you don't even have to bother doing that. Okay, so that is what it looks like. I'm going to put that in the oven, and then in terms of the kale, you just need to wash it. So I'm just going to wash it in the sink, and then I'm probably going to boil that just because I'm doing 1 serving, so it takes about probably like 7 to 8 minutes I would say to boil on like a medium heat. So I'm going to do that whilst this is cooking and put a timer on that for 12 minutes. Okay, so kale is cooking. I'm actually just going to put a dish in the oven as well, because I don't know if this is just like a pet peeve of mine, but I hate when I serve like food and then it goes really cold quickly because the dish is cold. So I'm just going to put that in for maybe like 30 seconds. Okay, so that is what it looks like when it's all done. I just put the kale, and then I've added a little bit of hummus, and then I just cut the corn steak up and put that in the middle. And then I also put a little bit of pink Himalayan salt on too, just because I do really like salt, but this one is a little bit healthier. I'm the sort of person, I could actually have hummus with everything. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm actually just obsessed with hummus. So if you're wondering what the steak tastes like from corn, it's quite meaty. So I have a lot of stuff from corn. I have a lot of like the chicken pieces. Yeah, probably the corn pieces the most, just because they're really versatile and easy to cook. For example, in the rice dish that I made, I used the corn pieces, and I also just fried some up last night with like a little bit of garlic, and I had some broccoli, and I made that for me and my mom. Things like this and the corn burgers definitely taste more meaty. They kind of are made to taste more like red meat, I guess, which I like. It's really interesting because I feel like sometimes when I tell people I'm vegetarian, they sometimes ask me like, why would you want to eat stuff that tastes like meat if you don't want to eat meat? And that question really confuses me, because I don't know where people got the idea that vegetarians or vegans or whatever, that all of them don't like the taste of meat. Like, that's just not the case. It's more so the fact that I'm just not eating an animal and eating something that's like the equivalent but isn't a dead animal, if that makes sense. Plus, a lot of meat isn't actually healthy for you. Like, I used to love red meat. Like, I used to eat burgers all the time. I used to love like sausage butties, but red meat is pretty bad for you, and I found that my body really struggled to digest it. Like, I get really bad indigestion afterwards. So it's not even just like the ethical side, it's like the health side of it as well. I just feel like you can eat stuff that's like tastes pretty similar. Obviously it doesn't taste the exact same, but it tastes good, it's really filling, and it's healthier as well, which winner chicken dinner. No chicken intended though. So yeah, I just try to eat stuff that's like relatively healthy. Obviously, like, I eat as much as I want. I don't restrict myself when it comes to food. Like, if I'm hungry, I'll eat. Trust me, I eat a lot. I find on days where I'm working at home and not doing as much, obviously, like, I'm nowhere near as active, so I don't get as hungry throughout the day. Okay, another thing that I like to eat, especially if I'm like, say I've just had lunch like that and I'm still a little bit peckish, or if I just want something as a snack throughout the day. These are, again, by Corn. This whole video, like, if Corn want to sponsor me, hi. These are the corn cocktail sausages. If you have not tried these, even if you eat meat and you're not even like interested in being vegetarian or anything, these are so good. I could eat like a full packet of these like it's nothing. Like, they taste so good. I might do a video that's like just about snacks, because I feel like I am the queen of snacks. Like, I'm so good at making things that are just really quick and on the go. There isn't really much from Corn that I don't like, apart from the actual sausages that you cook, which I feel like are probably the oldest product now, but there's something about them that I just don't like. If you're wondering what hummus is, it's just the Co-op like less fat hummus, like reduced fat hummus. Again, so good, love it. And there's only like maybe 94 calories per quarter of a pot, so it's pretty healthy as well. Okay, for a snack, I'm gonna have some watermelon. It's probably my favorite fruit, to be honest. Like, I just love it, and obviously it's really high in water as well, so it's great for water intake for the day. We just buy like a full watermelon, and I'm just gonna cut it up because, to be honest, I feel like this tastes a lot fresher compared to if you get it in a packet, and it also saves any like packaging or plastic or whatever it would come with if it was prepared. So I'm just gonna cut some up. I'm probably gonna have like half of this, I guess, as a little bit of a snack. So good. So yeah, I just had some watermelon and then put the rest in the fridge. So I had about half of it, and to be honest, it's like really filling. I don't know if it's because it's just really watery, and I feel like when, say for example, you have a large glass of water, it's quite filling. But yeah, I just love it. It's one of my favorite snacks. I also love to have like chopped up apple with peanut butter sometimes, but today I was just craving watermelon. So yeah, that was like my little snack. For dinner today, I'm gonna put a light on in a minute because it's getting a little bit dark now, but I'm just gonna start cooking dinner. So I wanted to make a spag bol just because it's one of my favourite things to eat in the evening. I know my mum and dad really like it, and I always cook enough for like the 3 of us to eat. Obviously, if you're not vegetarian, don't feel like you have to use veggie mince, but I'm going to use corn mince, which you can just get for the fridge. I think you can get it for the freezer as well. Honestly, one of my favourite things from corn. Again, it tastes really good. I'm going to show you what I make it with as well and how I cook it. So you want like any types of veg that you want to put in your bolognese. So I like to put mushrooms in with like bolognese. I just think it tastes really nice. And then I also like to use an onion as well, which is what we're going to cook first. For the sauce, I'm going to be using chopped tomatoes, which just look like so, and then also some passata. These are both from Sainsbury's. You can get them in packets. They're quite affordable, really good, really yummy, and quite healthy as well. And then you just want some garlic. We just use the very lazy chopped garlic because we are clearly too lazy to actually chop any garlic. So that is pretty much what I'm going to use. And then you also want some mixed herbs like salt and pepper, things like that, anything to like season it with that you want to use. You could put chilies or whatever if you wanted it to be spicy. You could put like chopped peppers in there. You could put some sort of like green veg in if you want to. You could put carrots in if you want to. When I like can be bothered, I'll sometimes put carrots in, but today ain't it. So, and then in terms of pasta, I've been eating this one since I've been trying to be a little bit cleaner. It's not as nice as normal pasta, but I don't feel as bloated after having it, because I feel like if I have something that's quite like carby, like pasta or bread, sometimes I feel quite bloated. So this one is by Napolina, I'm pretty sure you pronounce it, and this is the organic chickpea fusilli, and it's actually a gluten-free one, so it just looks like so. It's probably not going to focus. And then we also use fry light when we're going to be frying things, so for like the onion and the mushroom and then the corn, and this is what we use in the pan, so I don't use oil as such, but this I feel like tastes really good. And this is the golden sunflower one. It's just a cooking spray. The corn and the pasta take a very similar time, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they actually both take pretty much 9 minutes. So I'm going to put those on at the same time, and then basically I just do the onion, add in the mushroom, and then put the sauce in, and then do the corn and the pasta. Okay, so onion is frying. I've got the pasta ready, and then I've just set up the mince, the mushrooms, and then the 2 sauces. So I basically use a full tub of the chopped tomatoes, and then maybe like 2/3 of this, but it honestly just depends, like I don't know how much I want to use on the day, but then this just goes in the fridge afterwards if I don't use it all. And then I'm gonna put those in. Just give that a second to warm up. Okay, and then I'm gonna add some garlic. So it's up to you how much you put in, but I quite like garlic, so I tend to put a little much in. And then I'm also gonna do salt and pepper. And then I'm just going to use some mixed herbs as well. Okay, so I'm just letting that cook. It takes about 9 minutes, and so does the pasta. So I'm just letting the pasta cook as well. And then yeah, that is pretty much going to be my dinner for the evening. So that is pretty much what it looks like when it's all done. It's a good hearty meal, which is why I like to save it for dinner time. I pretty much just finished it off with a little bit of extra salt and pepper. So yeah, that is going to be my dinner for the evening. It's quite a big bowl of pasta, so I'm just going to see like how hungry I am, and then if there's any left over, I just save it for later in the evening or the next day as a snack. I feel like this has just become my little designated spot for eating. I don't know why this camera keeps getting so much lower to the table. Let me try and adjust it. But yeah, this is pretty much what I eat in a day, I guess. Sometimes I eat more if I'm like working out or whatever. I mean, this is actually a pretty big meal for dinner. If you want me to do the same again on a different day, then let me know, because I'm always eating like different stuff and cooking different stuff. But if you want to see maybe like a snack video as well, I could do that, because I feel like that would be fun to film. If I get hungry later in the evening, for example, so say after dinner I'm still hungry like a couple of hours later, I'll either have leftovers from dinner, so I'll just have like some more of this like corn mince, or I'll like fry some corn chicken pieces, or I'll have like scrambled eggs, or I'll have a little bit of veg. Like I said, I never restrict myself with food. Like I just want to get that across, because I feel like sometimes in these videos people kind of judge if they think someone's like not eating too much or eating too much or whatever it may be. I never restrict myself with food. I don't think it's a good idea to do that. I feel like as long as you're eating healthy, you can eat pretty much as you like. And obviously you can have treats as well. Like I'll probably have a little bit of popcorn later when I'm sat eating, well, watching a film with my mum and dad. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and I'm gonna get this video up for you guys because I'm actually filming it pretty much the same day that I'm uploading it. So I hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess.